Now, for most of us, buying a property also means taking a home loan. In fact, experts recommend that even if you have enough savings to afford to pay entirely for a home, it's far more prudent to take a home loan. After all, these are the only loans in the market which come at the most reasonable cost, and you can get them for long tenures like 50 to 20 years. Your savings, meanwhile, can work hard for you in mutual funds and other investments. So how do you ensure that you get a good deal in home loans? Joining me today is Nitin Bhatia. He's an independent consultant and founder of nitinbhatia.com, who's written quite extensively, or rather I must say interestingly, on this subject. Nitin, thanks very much for joining us. Tell us first up, which everybody wants to know, how do I get the best rate when it comes to home loans?
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. So to negotiate a good home loan deals, it is important that a buyer should start preparing 6 months to 9 months in advance before searching for a property. Why I'm saying this? Because these days the biggest problem faced by banks is NPAs. Now bank want those borrowers, they should pay on time. Now for that, they check the credit worthiness of a borrower. So if I'm planning to buy a property 6 months down the line, so I should start preparing from today onwards. Now I will pull out my CIBIL report, I'll check my CIBIL report, I'll check my credit worthiness. I should arrange for the funds which are required from my end. Say 20% contribution is required from a borrower's end. And if there is anything wrong in the credit report, then I can take corrective steps so that when I avail a home loan after 6 months, then my CIBIL report is in proper shape. So a good CIBIL score is very important to negotiate a good home loan deal. Now second point is that these developers, like the reputed developers, always buy a project from reputed developers. The reputed developers, the project is, the title of the project is clear, there is no legal hassle, so borrowers always prefer the projects which are from reputed developers. So if you are buying a project from a reputed developer, then obviously you can get a good property deal. Third, like a borrower should always understand how the interest rate movement, if he is buying from a bank, then he should understand the base rate movement of the bank. And if he is borrowing from, say, home loan housing finance company, then he should understand how the interest rate movement of BPLR or RPLR and what is the corresponding spread of that. Because normally borrowers find themselves in a soup after some time when they find that interest rate movement is different for them compared to the new borrowers. So this is a third point for interest rate movement, understanding interest rate movement. Fourth, like if title of the property is clear, then the borrower can get a good home loan deals.
All right. So am I to understand that he cannot, or any home loan borrower should probably, even before signing the deal, ensure whether he's signing with a bank or a housing finance company, that he's kept at par with new borrowers? I think that's something that he should be able to negotiate, Nitin.
Yeah, that how he can negotiate, like if he is borrowing from a bank, then his markup over a base rate should be the minimum. Like if bank's base rate is say 9.8%, so ideally his markup should be 0% because bank cannot lend below base rate. So if his markup is near the base rate, then obviously his home loan interest rate will be lowest during the entire tenure.
Come on, Nitin. I mean, saying that banks should give you a home loan at the base rate is asking for the moon. We know that's not going to happen. Reality is maybe you can negotiate a 0.25 or a 0.25% above that. That would be your best deal. So run us through how one should negotiate the best deal with a housing finance company.
I just want to add that in case of banks, there is a markup which is over and above the base rate, that is plus, base rate plus. Whereas in case of housing finance company, it's a discount which is called spread. Like if my BPLR or RPLR is say 15%, so maybe a housing finance company is giving me a discount or spread of 5.5%. So it's basically a difference between RPLR or BPLR minus the spread. Now in case of housing finance companies, it is reverse. The discount should be maximum from the BPLR or RPLR, so that you should always be near the home loan interest rate which is being offered to the new customers. So if BPLR or RPLR of a housing finance company is 15% and current existing home loan interest rates are 9.75%. So the borrower should insist on a discount or spread of 5.25%. So normally housing finance companies offer say 5% initially, the net rate of interest will be 10%. But the borrower should do a proper study like what is the best interest rate which is being offered in the market, whether it is offered by a housing finance company or a bank, and accordingly he should negotiate with his housing finance company that my spread or discount should be from BPLR and RPLR,
All right.
it should be
the
this
maximum.
much.
All right, fair enough. My question
should
to
be
you is that how does a borrower ensure that he's kept at par with new borrowers, especially when it comes
Okay,
to
for
housing
that,
finance
like-
companies?
Yeah, normally you will find after 2-3 years of borrowing, the borrower finds that now his rate of interest is higher compared to what is being offered to the new borrowers. So normally banks or housing finance company offer to the borrower that he should pay a conversion fee, which is 0.5% on 1% of outstanding principal amount, and he can either increase his discount or spread or decrease his markup, so that his rate of interest is now at par with the new borrowers. Now in this also, like we have observed that in many cases it happens that the discount or markup which is being offered to the existing customer is not at par with the new customers. So whenever you are going for a conversion fee, you are paying a huge amount upfront to the housing finance company or bank. So you should ensure that your rate of interest after conversion should be at par with the new customers. So
Alright.
you should do your groundwork and homework first before opting for conversion fee.
All right. So the larger message, Nitin, we hear is that if you're in the market for a home loan, first of all, do your homework really well. Start early, understand your CIBIL score or your credit rating score. If it needs to be changed, if there's a discrepancy in the data with CIBIL and a bank needs to fix it, get that fixed, shop around, pitch banks and housing finance companies against each other for your business, and make sure you know what the base rate and the BPLRs are, so you can get either a markup, lowest markup, or the biggest discount to those rates. Thank you very much for joining me on this discussion.